go haul some grain today.
Hi, I'm Tony Fast's daughter.
I'm Tony Fast's daughter.
I'm Tony Fast's daughter. My family's been blessed to farm in Montana for over 100 years now.
And it wouldn't be possible without the great team we have
And blessings from our Savior, Jesus Christ.
Well, before I take this tractor over and keep on the grain bagger, I figured I better push up some feed for the cows. I only see 2 older cows. Wonder where the 3rd one's at. Oh, there it comes. Hiding around the corner. Well, we got everything hooked up to Big Blue here. It is NeerAlta's grain bag extractor, which if you saw at harvest time, the bagger we use is also a NeerAlta bagger. So this is kind of the other half of their business for unloading the bags. We're all hooked up, tractor's all checked over. We're ready to head over and start bagging today. Gotta go finish cleaning out of the flat bottom bin for a partial load, and then we'll start into a bag with this. Oil level looks good. Plugged it in yesterday. It didn't seem like it was working. I was gonna grab a multimeter and forgot to check to see if I was getting power to the cord. So it's your guys' lucky day. Cold start. Make sure it's in neutral. Here we go. Well, when it comes to cleaning out bins, it does get a whole lot easier than this one for a flat bottom. Bag opened up, all unrolled, and slit the top and bottom a little ways. That way we can get it around the intake elevator. We'll get started on that spool. So we got the rope tied onto the bag end, wrapped up around the drum. We're gonna go grab the truck and see if we can get it loaded. Well, we got enough on to get this load to town, so we're gonna run to the elevator, do it all over again. Well, Colin's truck number 16 in front of me, and I'm number 17. 12:30. Now it's 2 o'clock and I'm just pulled on the highway getting out of the elevator.
Well, that's perfect timing. Tony's right behind me.
Alright, so we're slowly getting it figured out, which buttons to push and when and all that kind of stuff. It works pretty good. Not the super fast yet because we're not running the tractor very fast trying to get everything broken and whatnot, but I like it. It works pretty good. So this top button here is what controls the wheel turning. So if I pull that in, that top turns. This wheel, or this button, will control the wheels. So if I get them both staged right, I can hold them both down and it'll feed itself in just perfect. All right, I'm loaded too. We're getting it down probably around 10 minutes so far, and we're not really pushing it that hard. So definitely a two-man job. Take someone in the truck because make a mess in a hurry, I'm sure. Trailer tag down. Oh, and he takes the lead. Colin's sleeping.
Off we go to the elevator.
Drop my tag axle down, or my pusher axle on the truck. How do you guys say you never see me run that? Well, I just run it on the highway. That way we keep the rocks off the back of the sleeper and off the front of the trailer and bouncing around the extra ones we don't need. We don't really need that axle down on the gravel roads. Really need to get some of this hay moved. Got destinations for some of it. We could just get trucks to haul from here to Minnesota. Getting closer. Maybe 5 trucks yet? Well, I just got back to the bins here at the truck and it's got a little vibration started showing up today. So I crawled underneath, looked at all the U-joints, and the U-joint coming off the transmission has one bolt missing on one side of the yoke. On the other side, it's got a bolt loose and it's playing it. It's not supposed to have any play like that. Morning. Well, the U-joints I found here in the shop are for the ones that go between the axles, not one that comes right off the transmission. So I'm gonna put a bolt that we found in there on that ear that's missing the bolt, tighten up the other one, shim it just a little bit, and put some grease in it, haul with it that way today for this first round anyways, and then pick up the U-joint, bring it back to the shop and get it fixed. Got my outdoor creeper. Grab my impact wrench, or impact, yeah, it's an impact wrench, right? I'm Milwaukee. Some impact sockets. All right, so you see this one's loose, one on the other side's missing. We got just a little bit of sideways playing here, so I'm gonna stick some shims in to center it, and then we'll grab one of these U-joints and I get to the elevator in town. There we go, stuck a dime in there. That was the right thickness. I guess you call that a 10-cent fix. Well, the rest of the truck seems to be ready to go. I'm gonna run up to the tractor, get that thing fired up so that warms up, then come grab the truck, go load it. This tractor has always been cold-blooded. Oh well, had to use a little ether, but it's running. We really need to fix this bumper mount. Hinges on that side for sure really wore out, but see how it's leaning crooked? Put it to the do list. Well, that vibration was worse at about 50 to 55. Can hardly feel it at all now, so I think we're good for a round or two, and then we'll get this thing in the shop. Well, I'm just loading up kind of slow here since Colin's not quite here yet. The trick they told me is you want to get that bag coming up about to that cylinder that adjusts that elevator coming up there. So you need to run it back towards the tires, towards almost the bag. You drive it back so that the bag just about touches. It's touching that cylinder there now. Give it a second and then start winching up the bag. We're running the tractor pretty slow right now. We're not pushing it too hard yet. So we get about 18 inches, 16 inches of the gap in there, and then we'll push the wheels back again. If you get them timed right, you can hold down both buttons together, but like I said, most of the time the NeerAlta guys say that you run them individually unless you get them timed just right. Almost made a mess. Not too bad of a line this morning. Well, they had the right part of CarQuest for my truck, and now we are going to head over to the old PV elevator. The former manager of that elevator passed away last week, and part of the processional, they want a bunch of the old guys that used to haul grain to them to go and just get in line for a few miles, go out across the bridge and turn around and come back, and the hearse is going to continue on to the gravesite. sold a lot of grain over the years. Majority of ours, Dave bought it at PV Elevator. And to come to think of it, I'm pretty sure that the first bushel of grain that I ever sold as a farmer would have been sold to him too. So pretty fun to be a part of that.
Made it back? Now time to load. We'll see how this goes by myself. First time. Might go good, might go bad. Loaded. Time to go back to the elevator.
Well, I'm idling up the gravel road and a little paranoid about that U-joint, so I'm gonna go get that changed in the shop and just look over the truck real good because, like I said, I'm paranoid now. Well, back here at the shop, I got the U-clamps taken off the yokes. I gotta take the carrier bearing off yet. This drive shaft's about 8 feet long, so hopefully this isn't goodbye.
Short line this time. That's nice.
Hey there, still alive. Drive shaft's out, but this one is a little different than the one that I picked up in town. So I had to make a phone call. This one measures about 7 3/4, and the other one measures 7, so it's a little too short.
Loaded and ready for tomorrow. Look at that sunset.
Well, I ran down and met Colin and picked up another set of U-joints, or another U-joint from town. And that one measures right. It measures exactly the same what the one that I thought was wore out does, but that must not be wore out. Put this one underneath the truck and put it into the yoke on the transmission, and it has just as much play as this one. So I have found a yoke in Williston at the Kenworth dealer, and I had to get that brought over here and a new nut to put on the back of the transmission. We'll get that fixed. Trucks are dumb. And we are really close to the 40,000 subscriber mark, and we're going to do some giveaways when that happens. Some fast egg apparel from Farm Focus. Don't forget, farm hard, pray harder. Looks like they had driver's ed out here today. Sweet.